Good evening, and I welcome you, students. We are likely to discuss very important session on assertion and reason questions. These are the type of the questions which are being asked nowadays. Before I begin the session, let us do some exercise, students. Warm up exercise to relieve the stiffness, stress from the body. Sit comfortably. Sit comfortably on the chair. Feet are touching the ground. And what we will do, we will inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. When we will inhale, we'll close our fingers, exhale open 10 times. Okay, start. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, come back. Shoulder rotation 5 times clockwise, 5 times anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoulders are very important because we are working on the laptops all the time, and like this our body bends. Spinal cord should be erect, students. Now we'll do Vastrika. Inhale up, exhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back. Neck, some stiffness is there on the neck. Let us release that stiffness to brains from the neck. How will we release it? Inhale left, come back, exhale, inhale right, come back, inhale left, come back, inhale right, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Clockwise rotation of the neck 3 times and anti-clockwise 3 times. Half inhale, half exhale. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Tap your feet on the ground 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hope you are getting energy. Energy levels are increasing. Energy level should be high when we try to concentrate, focus on the lesson. This is very important. Let us do some breathing techniques in order to release the negative energy, negative thoughts, and let us delete the stress, remove the stress from the mind. What we are going to do, we will make this is called Vishnu Mudra. We will close our nostril right, inhale from the left, exhale from the left, then inhale from the right, exhale from the right. Nadi Shuddhi. This is a good technique in order to cleanse ourselves and remove the stress. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, and other hand is in Chin Mudra. It is called Chin Mudra. Relax. Okay, start. Inhale from the left, exhale from the left nostril. Close the left nostril. Inhale from the right nostril and exhale from the right nostril. Inhale as deeply as possible. Close the right nostril. Inhale from the left nostril as deeply as possible, and also exhale from the left nostril. Close the left nostril. Inhale from the right and exhale from the right. Come back, come back. An attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude is very essential. Prayer to the God. Thanks to the God. Thanks to the universe. Thanks to the environment for all the good things which we have. That is the reason we live and we are working. Now rub your two hands faster, faster. Heat energy, healing energy is being produced, and that, like a field of the magnet, I am putting on my face. This healing energy is traveling to the entire body to heal myself. Keep inhaling, exhaling. Gentle massage your forehead, eyes, face, ears, head, and you can open your eyes with a smile. 1, 2, 3. Observe your hands. Observe your two hands. Observe, there are fingers. You can observe some lines in your two hands. Bring your focus to the present moment. Concentrate and focus on the present moment. Present moment. Now, see, there are deep lines in your hands, and these are the hands with which you create your life. And you can make your life, you can improve your life, you can improve your skill with these hands. We are thankful for these hands. Okay, come back, students. I hope you have got high energy now.
Yes, sir.
Are you relaxed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are beginning a very important type of question answers. You know, one is called assertion and reason question, student. What do you mean by assertion or reason? They will give a assertion, student. It is a statement. Assertion is a statement which will be given to us. And then they will give us a reason. They will give us a reason. That is also a statement. The first thing is to find out whether the assertion is, you will be given, student, assertion in a question. If a question is given, they will give an assertion. It will be a statement. It is a statement. First, you find out whether the statement is right or wrong. Okay? Find whether the statement which is given is true or false. That is the first thing we do. So they will give assertion. A statement is there. First, let us see whether the assertion is true or false. There are only two possibilities. Either it is right or it is wrong. Then there is a reason. What we give you reason. Reason is also a statement, student, which will be provided to us in a question. As I will solve the question, then we will understand it better. Again, you find out whether it is true or false. Either it will be true or false, right?
Yes,
Then
sir.
if the state assertion is true, if the assertion A is true and reason is also true, reason is also true. The second thing is to find out whether the reason is a correct explanation. Reason is a correct explanation. Whether the reason is a correct explanation. Correct explanation of the assertion or not. Either it will be correct explanation or not. There are two possibilities. So we will see what choices are given to you in the answer. And these are the two possibilities. Now what we are saying, assertion is true, reason is true. Either there is a correct explanation, A, or not. Then third, these are the two choices, first and second. Let me put it second, student. And third, we are saying assertion is true, but reason is false. Assertion is true statement, reason is a false statement. Then that will come to category C. And the fourth is assertion is false and reason is also false, for example. Or there could be another possibility, assertion is false or reason is correct, depending on what choices are given to us in the paper. So on that basis, we have to answer the question. Let us see what it says. Directions in each of the following questions. A statement of assertion is given. and corresponding statement of reason is given below. Of the statement given below, mark the correct answer. How many choices are there? Number A says both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. That is number 1. Okay? If this condition is satisfied, my answer will be A. B says both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. Reason is independent of the assertion. It has nothing to do. And C party says assertion is true, but reason is false. Then I will say the answer is C. D part says both assertion and reason are false. Okay? Or sometimes they assertion is, sometimes they say assertion is false, or I'm saying assertion is false and reason true. Reason true. So depending on the choices given, students, we will be answering the question. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
You have to read every line very carefully, student, before you answer such question. They are the backbones of the following exams which are coming now. There is no paper without such type of questions. So we have to prepare ourselves. We have to read each and every statement very carefully. One important point is the assertion reason questions are important because they revise the chapter very thoroughly. They revise the chapter very thoroughly also, because if we are able to answer such question, it provides us a good revision of the chapter. So in the given question answer, we are given 4 choices: A, B, C, and D. Here both assertion and reason are false according to the 4 choices. So whatever assertion will be given, reason will be given, we have to see either of the 4 choices and say, okay, if these 2 are satisfied, this answer. And one important point is assertion is wrong only in the D part. Can you see that? Assertion is false in which part? D part.
Yes, sir.
So that will be the easiest to answer. Why? Because if assertion is wrong, then I straight away go to answer D. There is only one choice. But the main problem will come in A and B students. When both are true, but then whether it is a explanation for the assertion, the reason is explanation for the assertion or not the explanation for the assertion. So A and B are always little bit doubtful for the students. So we have to concentrate and focus on this. Today, our session is on gravitation. And you already know what we studied in gravitation, student. What we studied? First, we studied the universal law of gravitation. What is universal law of gravitation? What do
The
you mean?
universal law of gravitation states that the force between the 2 objects is directly proportional to the product of masses and indirectly proportional to the square of distance.
Universally proportional. And this applies to all the objects in the universe or applicable only for Earth and the objects?
All the objects in the universe.
So it is applicable. It is a universal law. That is why we say universal law, student. Whether it is a strong force or a weak force, students?
Very strong force.
This is not a strong force actually. Gravitation is not a strong force, students. If gravitation force was strong, then we would be attracting each other also. We are not doing that. It's a very weak force, student. Unless masses are very large, the force will be very, very weak, because you know there is a universal gravitational constant, capital G. What is the value of the gravitational constant?
6.673 into 10⁻⁻11 Newton meter square per kg square.
So this is a very small value. So that is the reason when you will calculate the gravitational force between 2 objects of 50 kg mass, it will come to be negligible as compared to gravitational force between Earth and that object. So we won't experience gravitation in between ourselves, but we are sticking on the Earth, that we already know about it, students. And we can also calculate what is the force with which Earth is attracting a body of 50 kg by applying the formula which we gave you. And you know what happens? The force of gravity decreases with altitude. as you go from the surface of the earth, where it is maximum, at pole or at equator?
At poles.
The force of gravity. So the weight of the body is the force with which earth is attracting due to gravity, and weight can vary from place to place, but mass always stays the same. And we also studied in the chapter what is pressure.
Sir, pressure is the thrust acting per unit area.
And what was the need of the pressure? We told you very clearly what was the need of the pressure, students. Otherwise, what will happen? Why do camels are able to walk on the sand and run on the sand? You have seen it. Why the tires of the tractors are wide, railway tracks are wide? So we have given the answer to that also. This is to pressure is thrust per unit area. So the pressure becomes less, and therefore they don't sink deep into the earth, but are able to walk on the earth, as you have seen. And we also said, students, the objects experience a buoyancy. What is buoyancy, student?
Sir, buoyancy is the upward thrust exerted by fluids on the objects that are immersed in them.
So the objects will experience an upward thrust when you try to put them in fluids. And you have seen that why the ship floats but iron nail sinks. What was the reason given?
Sir, because of buoyancy.
And we have given you Archimedes principle to explain the flotation of ship. And we have also used the concept of density in this, students. What is density?
Sir, density is mass per unit volume of a substance.
What are the SI units of density?
Kilogram per meter cube.
And what will happen if the density of object is more than the density of the liquid? What will happen? Will it float or sink?
It will sink.
And if the density of the object is less than the density of the liquid, what will happen?
It will float.
So these are some of the principles which we studied, student. These are some of the laws of science work everywhere. And on that basis, we studied the chapter of gravitation. It's a very important topic, and so much applications in our everyday life. We have seen it. Why the school bags have broader straps?
Sir, because the area of contact will be more, so pressure in this case will be less on the shoulders.
The pressure on the shoulder is decreased. You have seen the earth is moving around the sun. What is the reason?
Sir, centripetal force.
Is acting.
Yes, sir.
The sun is attracting the earth, or earth is attracting the sun?
Sir, both are attracting each other.
But why don't we see earth falling on the sun?
Because, sir, mass of earth is more, so acceleration will be less.
Mass of earth is more or less?
It is less than sun, but sir, still.
So these are some of the questions we confronted with. Some confidence is there could be some still problem. That's the reason we ask certain questions again and again to the student, that they have to revise the course. Student, you have to pay attention, focus. The purpose of doing exercises, the purpose of doing breathing exercise is very important. That there's a target before us to answer the questions, concentrate, focus, read each and every word, every line carefully, then only answer the question. Otherwise, our question answers will have some problem. We will not get a correct answer, student. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. Okay. So question number 1 is on the screen, student. Here says assertion. Universal gravitational constant G is a scalar quantity. First, you find out the given statement is true or false. whether the assertion here given student is true or false. Tell me, is gravitational constant G a scalar quantity, student? You have to think before you answer any question. So assertion is a statement, student. Whether the statement is true or false, correct or wrong.
The assertion is wrong.
Wrong. That you mean to say G is a vector quantity? That is not correct. The assertion here G is a scalar quantity, student. That is true. G is a scalar quantity. This is true, student. Correct. Is a correct statement. Let us see the reason. The value of G is same throughout the universe. Is that statement correct?
Yes, sir.
So the reason is true. The reason is true. Assertion is true. Does the reason correct explanation for the assertion? Is it correct explanation for assertion? Because now you have two answers possibility, A or B. In the answer, what we said, student, what was the see? A, both assertion reason are true, but reason is correct explanation. Both assertion reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation. So now whether this is scalar because the value of G is same throughout. Is that the correct explanation for the assertion? You have to think before you answer the question, students. What is your answer?
So reason is not the correct explanation of assertion.
Why? What is problem here? Because the value of G doesn't change anywhere. Therefore, it is not a vector. It is a scalar quantity. Therefore, this is the correct explanation. Is it correct explanation for the assertion? The answer is yes. And if the answer is yes, then what answer I will write for the question 1?
Option A.
Option A. This is how we will answer the questions of assertion and reason, students. Let us come to another question. What we are saying, student, assertion, when distance between two bodies is doubled and also mass of each body is doubled, then gravitational force between them remains the same. First, you have to find out whether the assertion is right or wrong, students. Find out first whether the given statement is true or false. Is this assertion true or false? First you find this, then we will proceed further, students. No question be answered without thinking. Again, I say, is a very important question. And these questions will be asked, student. If we will not think, if we will not work, if we will not focus, if we don't concentrate, if we don't understand the chapter, we will not be able to answer the question. No mugging is now going to help. Okay, I say water, I sip water and I say water heal me. All right. How will you find whether the statement is right or wrong, student?
The assertion is correct.
How did you find out it is correct?
Sir, I use the formula F is equal to G M into M by D square.
Okay, let me use the formula F is equal to G, mass of one object divided by 2 and R the square or D the square. Okay? These are two objects, M1, M2. Let me use instead of R D. This distance is D, student. So if when the distance between two bodies doubled, this distance is double. D is changed, student, to twice. D dash is equal to 2D. And mass of each body is doubled. What will happen? M1 dash is to M1. M2 dash is to M2. Then what will happen? G into twice. Let me show it in this way so that there is no problem. This is my F1, student. F2, G is a constant, it will not change. And F2, you have twice of M1, twice of M2, and D square, you have 4 into D the square. So they will cancel. So F2 is equal to F1.
Yes, sir.
It remain the same. Therefore, this is true statement. Now see the reason whether it is a correct statement, student, or a wrong statement. Is the reason true or false? Is the reason true or false, students?
Sir, reason is false.
False. According to Newton's law of gravitation, product of force is directly proportional to product of the masses of the bodies. And what is wrong in it? The force is directly proportional to. This is the formula I have used. What is that formula? Product of the mass of two bodies inversely proportional to square of the distance. This is correct?
Sir, it is written, but product of force.
No, that means here force, what is it talking about? There is no product of force, means the force is directly proportional to Newton's law of gravitation. Force is directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to scale. That statement is true. Both are true. Now the question is the reason correct? Explanation is the reason, correct explanation for assertion? Yes or no? Only two choices are there. What is your answer, students? Is it the correct explanation for the assertion?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, it is the correct. Therefore, what will be our answer, students?
Option A.
A. So in the exam, we have to write option A, students. 4 choices are given, A, B, C, D. Next question is coming, student. A man is sitting in a boat which floats on a pond. If man drinks some water from the pond, the level of water in the pond will decrease. What do you think? Level of the water in the pond will decrease. First, we have to find whether assertion is true or false.
So assertion is correct.
Correct? No, it is not correct. This assertion is not correct. Now you have studied the laws of the flotation. What happens? They will displace a liquid. How much liquid they displace? Where is the water gone? Water has not evaporated. So whatever liquid is displaced, that depends on the mass of the object which is floating. So assertion is false. What about the reason?
So it is also false.
The weight of the liquid displaced by the body is greater than weight of the body. Then what is the correct? With the weight of the liquid displaced is equal to, or that is also false.
Yes.
The weight of the liquid displaced body is greater than the weight of the body. False. Both are false because they are floating on the pond. Then what is the correct answer?
Option D.
D option. During a journey from Earth to Moon and back, maximum fuel is spent to overcome the Earth's gravity at takeoff. First of all, find whether the assertion is right or wrong. Statement is right or wrong. Think about it.
The assertion is correct.
Assertion is true. Why it is true?
Sir, because gravitational field of Earth is quite large, so it has to overcome that.
Much more than that of the Moon.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The reason Earth's mass is much greater than that of the Moon. Is it correct?
Yes, sir, this is correct.
The mass of Earth is much larger than mass of Moon. We already know. Is that the correct explanation? Whenever we have two true, assertion true, reason true, we have two choices, A or B. That is where the most problem comes with the students. Which is right? Is it the correct Is the reason correct explanation for the assertion, students? Now the question is this one.
So reason is not correct explanation of assertion.
Then what is the correct explanation? Is it what is the gravitational force depends on the which factor? What is the gravitational force of the earth? Mass of the earth. Okay. And what is that journey from earth to moon? If a mass of the rocket or whatever it is being divided by what? d square. Then what is this? Mass of the earth is involved because the earth has a larger mass. That is why the mass of the satellite is not going to change, rocket, whatever it is. And the distance between the earth and moon is also not changing. And it is the, yes, it is the correct explanation. Then what will be the answer?
A.
A. That's a reason assertion questions are important because they give you a very good revision of the topic and the chapter. It requires a thinking before you answer any question. And nowadays such questions will be there in the exam. For all classes, they are coming. Question number 5 is coming, student. Any two objects in the universe attract each other by the force which is called gravitational force. First, find out whether assertion is true or false.
The assertion is true.
Huh? Assertion is
True.
Assertion is correct. Find the reason whether it is true or false.
So reason is also correct.
This is also true. Now find whether the reason is a correct explanation for the assertion. You have two choices, either A or B now. Is the reason, students, correct explanation for the assertion?
No, sir.
No. Reason is not correct explanation for assertion. There are two independent statements. The two are independent of each other. They do not depend on each other. Rather, that is what we say, this is a universal law of gravitation. What is this? Universal law of gravitation, which is applicable for all the objects And when we say earth is the object, then we say it is the force of gravity. Then what is the correct answer, students?
B.
Answer is B. I said that when both are true, you will have two choices, A and B. The easiest is when assertion is wrong, then we know we straight away go to the D choice. No time wastage. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you are started understanding that how do we answer assertion and reason questions, students. This is one of the main difficulty of the students. As a lot of students told me, sir, we want to get how do we solve assertion reason question. We don't understand the meaning of assertion and reason. Which is a statement. First thing I find whether one statement given is true, reason statement is true. Then I say if they are true, then whether it is the correct explanation for the assertion or not. Four choices will be there. The statements of four choices we have to read in the paper which is given depending on what four choices they give. That can be changed. All right, next question is coming on the screen, students. What it says, an object floats if it displaces an amount of liquid whose weight is greater than actual weight of the object. Is that assertion correct? First, you have to find whether this is true or false. The laws of the flotation, which we studied, student, think about it before you answer the question. What we discussed about the buoyancy force, the laws of flotation, and the weight of the liquid displaced by the body is how much?
So assertion is not correct.
Not correct. What is the correct then? If it will displace greater than the actual weight of the object, then what will happen? That object will float. Will float. Why it is wrong? That statement is true. What about the reason? During flotation, an object experiencing no net force in the downward direction. Is that statement true? What happens when the object is floating? Is the statement true, students?
So assertion reason is not true.
He is saying no net force, not force. He is saying no net force. What do you mean by net force? There is a downward force, there is an upward force. Weight of the body is acting downward, gravitational is attracting an upward force upthrust is acting, but the net is towards upward, lower. If a net is towards the downward, then it will sink. It will not float. Then is it true or false?
True.
This statement is true. I said you have to read each and every word very carefully. Student, every word will have a meaning. That type of questions are there when we talk of assertion, reason, question. Here net word is used. If he says no force, that is a different thing. He says net force. Net force, student. What is that? The downward force is there, gravitational force. Due to the weight of the object. WMG, weight of the object. Weight of object is downward. Weight of object is, students, weight of object, weight of object is downward and minus up thrust, that is acting, and when this up thrust will be more, and the net force is not in downward, net force is, the net force will be, students, upward, then only it will float, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, is that the correct explanation for the assertion?
No, sir.
So this is not the correct, explanation for assertion. Then what is our answer?
B.
Answer is B. We have to think, and before we answer the question, such questions will be there, students. Next question is coming, students. Weight of a body on earth is equal to the force with which body is attracted towards the earth. First, we have to find whether assertion is true or false.
The assertion is true.
Assertion is true, is correct. What about the reason? Is the reason right or wrong?
The reason is wrong.
Reason is false. Why?
Because, sir, weight is dependent on mass of the body.
W is equal to M into G. Then what will be our answer? Assertion true, reason false. Which
C.
choice? Answer choice C. Okay. Next question, students. If we drop stone and sheet of paper from a balcony of first floor, stone will reach the ground first.
Sir, this is true.
This is a true assertion. Is true. Why?
Sir, because there will be air resistance on the sheet of paper.
Air resistance is more on sheet of paper. Okay. What is the reason? The resistance to air depends on velocity only. Is the reason true or false?
The reason is false.
False. Wrong. Then what is the answer we are giving?
C.
See, now you understand how we are solving such questions. Next question is on the screen. Density of a liquid depends on the nature and temperature of the liquid. First, you find whether assertion is true or false.
The assertion is true.
Assertion is true. Different liquids have different, density, and with temperature it changes. What is the reason? Is it true? Does the volume of a liquid depends on temperature? Volume changes with temperature, yes or no?
Sir, reason is false.
No, that is also true. What happens in physics? You will see. Mercury, you are using a thermometer. What happens when temperature rises? It also shoots up.
Yes.
Volume of the liquid depends on the temperature. That is true. Is this the correct explanation for the assertion?
No, sir.
That is also, your answer is wrong. Because what is density? Mass per unit volume. So volume will change. Then what will happen? Density will change. So that is why it depends on the temperature. So reason is correct explanation. Correct explanation of assertion. Then what is our answer, students?
A.
Answer A. All right. See how we answer the question. These questions are intelligent questions and are very important. Will be asked in all coming exams, 11, 12, and everywhere. Next question is coming. The value of acceleration due to gravity changes with height, depth, and shape of the earth. First question, assertion true or false?
The assertion is true.
True. You already know what is the formula of the G? G into M by R square.
Yes, sir.
So if R changes, then what will happen? And what is the reason? acceleration due to gravity is 0 at the center of the earth. Is that statement true or false?
So reason is true.
That is also true. At the center, what will happen? The value of G will become, acceleration due to gravity will become equal to 0 at the center of the earth. That is the point at which it is attracting. Is it the correct explanation?
No, sir.
Reason is not correct explanation for assertion. Then what is our answer, students?
B.
Answer is B. All right, students, this is the way we will answer assertion and reason type of questions in any exam. We will continue more and different type of questions, answers next time. Keep on. See, ask your friends to subscribe the channel, and because a lot of important question answers will be solved, important informations are coming, helping the students for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and other competitions. Okay, then bye bye. I will see you in the next class.
Thank you, sir.